This is the Euro New Zealand on the 60. This is a triangle I've just got involved with. High time frame here is confirming that we do have room to go higher, and here on the 60/15 we've got this triangle. So I'm going to delete everything off and, as usual, do the higher time frame analysis. These patterns are breakout patterns, and what we're looking for really is some form of directional pole and room to go higher, usually with some sort of momentum with it as well. So here on the dailies, Euro New Zealand has been an awful lot of trading opportunities, a lot of head and shoulders, and I haven't been able to capitalize on any of them, which is a real shame, but I predicted all the moves perfectly. There's been about 3 I just haven't got involved. So just looking at what we've done recently, we were working our way down quite nicely like this. Now, one thing to bear in mind is that if we put in, oh no, I'll save that for the next time. So the very lows here, I put a structure level in just there. You can see we've come into this little leg, and if I put a structure level, if I move the structure level up to here, you can see that we haven't quite come up to retest that area just yet. So not too much on the dailies, but indication here that we are going higher. This was one of the many head and shoulders, which I waited and waited and waited for the entry for and did not get. But what we're seeing now on the 240 is we can do this, and we can clearly see that this level has been respected in the past numerous times, but what we have not yet done is come up to retest this level, or even the closes of those candles just here. So if we zoom in, what we then did is, we know that we had this head and shoulders and we had this little leg here, is that we had a fairly directional move lower. Where did that move come to? It came down to this level. We did not violate it. In fact, if I move this a little bit further, you can see that there was the left shoulder and the right shoulder. We've actually held that area. So it's an area that's been held now 3 times. So it's very likely that we're not just going to see a little move and something like this. It's very likely we're going to see a bigger pop to the upside. And what we've done here is we saw a move, a very shallow pullback, and then another move like this. So still indicating to me here, while it's not concrete and we don't have any trend confirming that, it is looking like here price has held that structure level and we could go higher. So here on the 60, this is what interests me, is this right here. So this is another head and shoulders. So we had a lovely move lower. We have a left shoulder, we have a head, we came for the right shoulder, and I was looking for an entry, and boom, we rallied straight up, and I was looking for a pullback. We never got it, but I do say that with these head and shoulders, or even breakout patterns, if you see a nice run like this, it's usual that we get the continuation. And what we've done here is get a fairly decent pole for this triangle, and we could very well be looking at this continuing up. So let's just zoom in a minute. For this triangle to be valid, we need a couple of things. We need, first of all, the tops to be tested, and structure cannot be violated. You can see it is not. And then here on the wedging part of it, the lower side of this, we have a minimum of 2 touches, and if I put a structure level on just at the close of this middle test just here, it cannot touch the closes of the 4-hourly candles, and we clearly have not. So this is validating this triangle for me. So we're looking for a 127 fib. We already know that we can go higher based off the dailies, and so if I zoom out, you will then see that we have a risk of this much, and then we have a reward of this much. So not a fantastic reward to risk, but nevertheless high probability trade, and we do have a positive reward to risk on this trade. So 46 pips of risk, looking for a reward of 56. We're back, and as you can see, we have now rallied up and hit that 127 fib. What a beautiful trade, and it was just a clear rally, clear path all the way up there. And once again, I did say that, you know, this is a breakout pattern. We tend to break out with momentum, and look at the move that we did, and that's exactly what happened. And it was stress-free because I was actually out for a walk as well and come back, and this thing has hit, so it's as stress-free as you can get. So beautiful trade, triangle, head and shoulders, plus 56.